Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yashala, Koholoim La Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say Thawada to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Shah Hanan Nawaf. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. I just wanted to touch on this article with this World War II veteran. He was 102, dies on his way to D-Day event. So I found that to be a sign, man, of, good old falling of Rome, man. Babylon the Great, America, man. This guy's 102 years old. He was able to live out. And that's what, the scriptures talks about. And this is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the so-called white race, man. Because you can clearly see he's red. He's not, pinkish to reddish in color. He's not, the color of the backdrop of this page that I'm reading from. He's not, looking like a glass of milk. But they've run these social constructs down like they're white and they're pure and all this other shit. When in reality, this is a World War II veteran. Here you go. You got World War III about to come because these motherfuckers is all throughout the earth just terrorizing people, But it's all biblical too. We know that it's prophetic. But I just found this to be funny, man. But this guy was able to live out his life. But this is Esau. See? Jake barely making 25 these days. Shit, Jake barely making it to 21 years old. You see? But this man gets to live 102 years old, and then he's proud as hell going to celebrate the fact of them, doing all the atrocities that they've been doing forever anyway. Let me see, though. A scripture comes to mind. I want to get this Job, though. It's Job chapter 20. But let me find this other one real quick. I just found it to be spiritual, man. I find that to be like a sign, man, that their asses is through. Let me see here. Psalm 17 and 13. I start there. Arise, O Yahweh. Disappoint him, and this is all cap when it says Lord, all caps, Lord. That is going off into his name is Yahweh in the Hebrew. That's what it's translated into, Yahweh. That's the true name of the Father, which means that he exists, or the existing one for you newcomers. And the true name of our Lord and Savior, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus, his name is Yahweh, which means he's the Savior or deliverer in the Paleo Hebrew. And he's not a white guy. He doesn't he doesn't have the appearance of this 102-year-old man. If the Lord was walking the earth today, he would be a dark, melanated man. He would be considered to be a Negro. And these so-called white people, these Christians, they won't want nothing to do with him. And he's coming back. And the reason why things like this is happening and America is circling the toilet like how it is, because it's about time for him to come. And he's coming to get us out of the hands of our enemies, man. So, again, let's start this back from the top. Psalms 17 and 13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. And these people are the sword of the Lord. That's the reason why they run throughout the earth and cause such chaos, man. No one is, at peace with this people running the earth, man. The whole earth is out of whack, man. It's just no balance to this place. This man has completely destroyed the planet. People are distressed, man. They're miserable. The scriptures talks about how when the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bears rule, roughly paraphrasing, the people are miserable. You can clearly see it in the earth because this man is the sword of the Lord. The Lord gave him, he's that red horse in Revelation. That sword that, he was able to take peace from the earth. This is what he's doing on a day-to-day basis. This man has been at war since he's been in power. Okay, verse 14, from men which are thy hand, O Yahweh. So we know that these men are set up by the Lord. And it's nothing that no one can do about it until the Lord takes them down. See, the Lord set them up. He's going to take them down. And that, because the Lord, he's the one that set up kingdoms and breaks kingdoms down, man. Right? And they're not going to come out of power until the Lord does that. As a matter of fact, let me just go off into the blue letter real quick. Get another Bible up. Make this, Daniel I think it's chapter 4. Yeah, Daniel 4:17, it says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High, which is Yahweh, ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men." And this is a base people. This is a very foolish nation, man. But the Lord has that much, that the Lord is in control. He has the power to set up even the most stupidest people in power and let them run his planet. And that's what you're witnessing. So everybody is basically watching and seeing the way that this man rules is wickedness, man. And so when righteousness comes, people are going to have some relief, even though they're going to be underneath the Hebrew Israelites. When the Hebrew Israelites, starting from our Lord Yahweh, or Yahweh and then Yahweh and then our King David, hey, this is going to be a righteously ran kingdom, and people are going to pretty much rejoice, so to speak. That's where their blessing is going to come in at, but they're not going to share in that blessing with the children of Israel. They're not going to be on top with the children of Israel. The children of Israel are going to be on top. They're not going to share the fruits of the promise that was given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but they will be blessed to the extent of they'll have fresh water to drink, they'll have fresh air to breathe, they'll have fresh fruits and vegetables with actual seeds in it to eat. They won't have no GMO foods. They won't be wearing mixed fabrics and shit. You know what I'm saying? Things that hey, all right, hey, when we get down, it's gonna be righteous, man. It's gonna be beautiful. But let me go back though. Let me start from verse 13 again. Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose bellies thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. See, and that's Esau. This man 102 years old, man. He's able to, to ride out. Not sure how many children he had, but guess what? And he's gonna leave his inheritance to his babes. They're gonna come up, take over what it is that he had, But that's the way that his kingdom is set up. See, he's winning right now. And a lot of the brothers, been going off into the parable of Lazarus, the rich man. And pretty much that parable of Lazarus and the rich man, that's a parable of the divide between Jacob and Esau. See, Esau is winning right now. This is his kingdom. So he's in his heaven, so to speak. But Jacob is in his hell, because he's being ruled over by this base people. See, they've been doing their thing for a long time. That's how we know these scriptures is real, man. These scriptures jumping off the page, man. And that was pretty much what I wanted to get on that. Let me get one more, though, before I go off into this story. Psalm 73. Let me start at verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. That's how this man is able to live to be 102 years old. But the Lord knocked his ass off on the day of trying to go to a damn parade of celebrating their destruction, For there are no bands in his death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. See, they're not in trouble like the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're not plagued with the things that we're plagued with, man. You think this guy ever walked out of his house and worried about whether or not the police was gonna gun his ass down? Probably done got pulled over before for speeding, all kinds of shit. And then they looking at him like, oh, you a World War II veteran, huh? I'll go on about your day, sir. He's not worried about any of that. He's probably living in the best neighborhood. Probably had a summer cabin somewhere, a winter cabin somewhere. He's eating good. So this man lived it up. And this is an example of Esau, Edom, his kingdom, and how long they've been in power And now all of a sudden the shit is circling the toilet. Verse 6, it says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. What do you think he was going to that D-Day parade for? Pride. Because pride covereth them as a chain. Right? It compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. What was he going there about? Violence. The violence that they pushed through the earth during World War II, World War I, and this third war that's coming. It says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. And this guy's old enough to have been in the, had slaves damn near, man. Come on, 102. Come on, bro. Hey, this guy was around when Negroes, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were being treated like complete shit. And a lot of Jake was joining those militaries and was coming home and was being treated like complete shit, man. See? They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doeth God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. But you get the point. This is them, man. Esau, Edom is the hand of the Lord. He's the wicked of the Lord, and they are a base people. The Lord can use the simplest, basest, stupidest people to rule over his planet, man, over the mighty gods of the earth, basically, because you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are considered to be gods. The Lord calls you gods. But we fell off, you know what I'm saying, for being disobedient. But guess what? The Lord is having them fall now, and we're about to go back to our rightful state. So let's get a little bit of this. Look at him. No, this motherfucker lived. Hey, he lived all right. It says a World War II U.S. Navy veteran traveling to France for an event marking the 80th anniversary of D-Day landings has died. A veteran organization has confirmed. Robert Al Persichetti from Rochester, New York, was airlifted to a hospital in Germany on May 30th after suffering a medical emergency aboard a ship heading to Europe. Come on, man. He should have stayed his ass at home. He could have watched that all from the news, man. He could have watched that, you know what I'm saying, from his TV and shit. And his doctor gave him the clearance, too, from what I see here. It says he died the following day, age 102. Remembered as a great, humble man, Mr. Persichetti was involved in Allied operations in Japan. So you already know. I mean, come on, man. We ain't gonna talk about the bomb droppings and shit like that, man. Looking at the Sheetamite, this she look like she about to pass the hell out. You know, I'm at the plantation right now. They be looking right in your mouth while you be talking and shit. They be trying to get up on information, just nosy as hell. It says the nonprofit, it says Honor Flight, a veteran organization Mr. Persichetti belonged to, confirmed his death on social media and said he had served his country bravely without hesitation. The nonprofit helps transport former U.S. servicemen to the memorials of the respective wars they fought in, not the respective wars that they went and stole shit in, rape, robbing, and pillaging, man. And this man, he sets it up with a real pretty ribbon and bow on it, as if it was something they had to do because humanity was being, their democracy, people are being inhumanely treated and we got to go and help them. But y'all the ones that's doing all the bullshit. It says the 102-year-old was selected to attend the event in Normandy by the National World War II Museum in New Orleans, which paid for and organized the trip. So y'all paid for him to go and die. Not even on American soil, where he should have died to begin with. Hey, the Lord is humorous, man. The very soil that y'all was going to fight for, you wasn't even on it when you should have been here and went on and passed away. That's a sign, man. I'm really excited to be going, he told broadcasters. Yeah, I'm sure he was. His cardiologist had encouraged him to travel, he added. See, his cardiologist, everything went just like how the Lord wanted, man. Proverbs 20 and 24 talks about how man's goings are of the Lord. The Lord gave his cardiologist that go ahead. Yeah, tell that motherfucker, go ahead, he good. Okay, it says, Al DiCarlo, who served alongside Mr. Pichichetti in Japan, was also on the trip. He told local media in Rochester that his friend did not die alone. The doctor was with him. He was at peace and he was comfortable. Yeah. She put his favorite singer, Frank Sinatra, on her phone and he peacefully left. Man, you can't make this shit up, bro. The pair served in Iwo Jima together, a Japanese island the U.S. captured from the country's Imperial Army in 1945. His friend of 46 years, Pastor William Leon, told TV he had a real zest for living and would visit children in local schools to talk about his experiences. The veteran was also a former teacher. In April, students at the local school helped organize a birthday celebration in his honor. In 2020, he was named an honoree of New York State Senate's Veteran Hall of Fame by then Senator Rich Falk, his local chapter. All right, anyway, you get it. See? And this is a beautiful thing, man. And then also, let me see here. Of course, Joe Biden. Let me go over this motherfucker fumbling over words. Let me see. He's in Normandy. Biden marks 80th day D-Day anniversary in Normandy. See? You think his ass didn't go to war? He dodged it, didn't he? I think him and Trump dodged war. This dude, man, him and his speeches, man, is just retarded. And when you look at the comment boards, man, this place is so separated. These people hate this guy. These Americans, they hate this guy. Yeah, bullshit ass, he give them dumb ass, the same old speech they be giving. Yeah, right. Anyway, we don't even have to go into it. The comments I'm not going to even go into, because I'm telling you, you go into the comments, all you're going to see is that separation, man. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick, that Matthew. And this is how, this guy is an example or a sign of this place falling, and, that's me speaking as a man. But we know by the scriptures that this place is falling because it's too divided. Matthew 12 and 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? See? These people are, this newer generation, they're not patriotic like how that 102-year-old man was. His sons possibly, this newer generation, they not going to war. They're not going to enlist. They don't give a fuck about America. Back when this man was in his younger days, you was looked down upon. You matter of fact, they was proud to go and enlist. They, and die for what they stole or they call their country. It was a shame for an able-bodied man to not have gone to the military, man, to fight for their country. That was a shame. And see, when you had people like Muhammad Ali, what did they do to Muhammad Ali? He didn't want to go. He was like, hey, them people didn't do nothing to me over there. But what did they do? They stripped him of his, his boxing shit, gave him all kind. And then later on, I think they kind of gave him, some of his little accolades back or whatever. I'm not sure exactly the story. Don't quote me on it, but it was people that was, marching against, I think that was the Vietnam War and stuff like that. So these people have been at war for like 300 fucking years straight, bro. So when you at war that long, that, and it's all in the name of democracy, with that bullshit, you already know they lying, bro. You don't be beefing with nobody that damn long. You either are a horrible fighter, because you should have demolished him, or they should have demolished you by now. But it's just with every nation on the planet, pretty much. America has, they got military bases everywhere, embassies and shit everywhere. And it's just places that, Esau Edom is proud of conquering, so to speak. He's conquered the world. So, hey, he's done his part. He's the hammer of the earth. And the Lord is about to break his ass into pieces. And it's really very simple. I love seeing it. I love stories like this, man. When I seen that shit, I couldn't do nothing but laugh. Because this shit it's the fall of Rome. And when you look at the comments, you got them proud ass Americans in there. Let me grab this one scripture real quick. Go to the book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 7. Oh, I wanted to go to Job too. Sirach 25 and 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And that's what we're witnessing, man. We're witnessing the fall of our enemy. You know? And I've been, because I'm at the plantation now, I've been seeing flags and shit out and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And these people are getting ready for 4th of July. 4th of July is about, another 2 weeks or whatever, whenever it is. And they already got they shit out. They already flying flags. They already got, they riding on this, how they had the flags hanging off the damn windows of their cars and shit. So, they doing all that right now because they're prideful as hell. But America is through, man. They can forget about it. This place is not coming back. But you'll have a guy like Trump, selling that wolf ticket that, he's going to make America great again. And you even have Joe Biden with the bullshit talking about building back better. Like, building back what better? This shit is through, man. It's not coming back, man. Let's see here. Let me start. There's so much on this chapter. Man, there's so much on this chapter. Let me start at verse 5. Job 20 and 5. I'm just going to kind of read through it. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And, and it may seem like a long time to us, but we know that to the Lord, 1,000 years to the Lord is like a day to the Lord is like 1,000 years, roughly paraphrasing. So it may seem like, okay, this man has been in power for, half a millennial or a millennial, 1,000 years or so, whatever the amount of time, you know what I'm saying? It seems long to us, but that's nothing to the Lord, man. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, which, Esau, he's all in space, International Space Centers. They talk on, this moon shit, Mars shit, It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? This is coming, man. This is future. This is future for you so-called white people, man. He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. But of course, you're going to work that 1,000 years. So y'all going to work to build up the kingdom of the Israelites, man. But it's going to be a hard 1,000-year life for y'all, man. That one day in like I said again, a day, 1,000 years is like a day to the Lord. And it's just like, it's going to be one hard day's work for you Edomites, man. But it's going to be 1,000 years. It's going to be a long time to you. It says, let me get that again. He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more. Neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor. And that's what they're trying to do right now. That's why you'll see little marches of, them getting together and, they kind of try and throw a little bone out there to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, like somewhat of some little apologies, but they ain't going to give you no reparations or nothing like that. But they will, a lot of them are starting to feel really guilty about the history of their people. So they'll throw little trinkets and stuff like that. It says his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. So they're going to restore the goods, though. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat is in his bowels. Yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of ass within him. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. So eventually, everything that they've stolen is all in vain, man. They're gonna come up off of it. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of asp. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore. So everything that they done stole, they're going to restore it. And shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be. And he shall not rejoice therein, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. Because, everywhere they go, they the places that these people are, they've taken it, all in the name of idolatrous white Jesus, even down to the Americas. And they come here, man, and they was met with peace by the so-called Native Americans, which are the Gadites, which are Israelites. They was met with peace, but what did they do? What did they do? They turned good for evil, man. They turned the good that was done to them, they returned it with evil. It says, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not say of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. See, hey, this stuff is coming, man. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. And this is what's happening to Esau, man. Because, see, he's setting up right now. He's got this great plan to basically perpetually enslave you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And he wants to do that by, pretty much he wants to put, a device in you. You know what it is. Revelation 13 and 16. This man is openly talking about, putting a mandatory brain implant into people to make them obey, basically, man. Who you think he's coming for with that shit? This man wants to perpetually enslave the earth. So with his new world order, so to speak, he's putting it together. It's in play. It's moving forward. But right when he think it's gonna be good, right when he think that okay, we've overcome, we've conquered, we got victory. The Lord is going. All these scriptures right here are gonna come to pass and knock his ass off, man. It's not gonna be a good look for him, man. And hey, I won't want to be an Edomite ever. I'll take this poorness. I'll take being on the down. I'll take, just being just simple as hell. Hey, you couldn't give me this man's riches talking about, I don't give a fuck what amount they trying to throw at me. I wouldn't take it, man, to be no goddamn Edomite, because it's not going to be a good look for him in the kingdom, man. It's not going to be a good look for him. Their future is horrible. There's no word for how horrible their life is going to be, man, coming soon. Hey, man, it is what it is. So I'm not going to keep it long. I just wanted to touch on this. When I seen this article, though, I just thought to myself, like, yep, that's the spirit, man. Look at this old clown. And, he went back to his spirit went back before the Father. And now he's, can you imagine his, the look or the thinking that he had when he came before the Lord and seeing that, okay, we've been lying all along. There is no such thing as a white Jesus. Oh, shit. They're angry so-called black angels looking at me. We can't, really fathom what goes on in the heavens, but we do know that the spirit, everyone's spirit goes back to the Lord. Of course, it's in the book of Ecclesiastes. There's no, your body decomposes and your spirit goes back to the Lord that gave it. There's no such thing as this burning place underground like they've been telling people forever. So, hey, man. 102 years old on this planet, man. This motherfucker got to be here a millennial, man. A century. A century and 2 years. I've seen it all, bro. And you already know, when he was growing up, you best believe all kinds of N-words was flying out of his mouth. You best believe it. He couldn't help it because that's his error. Because look at the era right now in 2024. They still like that. Right? So he kind of still somewhat got some mercy, because he's not going to be here to actually see the downfall of all that fighting he went and done, all those parades he went to over the years, all those decade after decade after decade of showing up with them bullshit medals. Them, you know what I'm saying, telling him what a hero he is. No, that shit, man, please. He's in the heavenlies before the Lord now, like, fuck. You know, that's where that Abraham bosom, where he was like, well, let me go back and tell my family, you know, they'll believe the dead. You know, that schism, man. You know what I'm saying? That great gulf. He'd love to come back down here and let his family know, hey, look, man, those people that we enslaved, we fucked up. Hey, but hey, it is what it is, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. These scriptures is beautiful. The Lord is beautiful. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for giving us this truth and giving it to us plainly, man. You know, this is something to be happy about. I mean, you know, I'm happy, man. You know, I know there's some things to come. Praying that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will have mercy on us, and that we can make it through everything. You know, all the things that are to come to pass and be accounted worthy and up to stand before the Son of Man. But, you know, these little trinkets like this, man, it makes you happy, man. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashala.